Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to do a demo and tutorial of Google Drive and also Google Docs. So I'll show you some of the basics for Google Drive, and then I'll show you how to make a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, and Google Slides, which is kind of like Microsoft Word, kind of like Excel, and kind of like PowerPoint. Okay, so the first thing is you need a Google account, and you can go to drive.google.com. You might see something like this if you log in. And once you log in, if you have no files, it might look like this, but if you have files, you'll see something show up. And this is the home, and you'll see some of your most recent files if you have files. And if you want to actually organize the drive, it might look something like this. So there's nothing here, and I'm going to show you how to upload some basic files and make folder. So for example, I can call, say, test folder, and what I'm going to do is you can upload. I'm going to upload some images and a PDF. So what you can do is click on File Upload, or you have Folder Upload, and you can upload different files with the File Upload. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to upload some images and a PDF. Okay, so I uploaded some images. Most of these are from Pexels, the website. The images, these are public domain images. And so you see I have some nature and animals and so on. And I also uploaded a PDF, and it's cool that you can actually see it rendered. You can just double click on the PDF and you can see this is a paper about DeepSeek R1. Explains a lot of how the model works, and R1 has revolutionized the world, and this is a famous paper. So I just showed you how to upload some files. You can just go here and file upload, and you can also do folder upload, and you can also make many subfolders, for example subfolder 1, and you can drag files into there. You can click on this and you can hold down control button and you can move them like this, and yeah, I think it's pretty intuitive. And these are the images again. And so Google Drive, by default, most Google accounts have 15 gigabytes of storage. If you have a paid account, you might get 100 gigabytes or more. But I think Google Drive is a very good place, at least to back up some of your data. Now what I want to do is I want to show you making a Google Doc, and then I'm going to show you making a Google Doc, and then Google Sheets, and then Google Slides. And to be clear real quick here, if you go to docs.google.com, this is where you can make documents. So like this, and then if you want to have sheets, you can do that. And if you want slides, you can also do it here at docs.google.com. But I'm going to show you how to do that from Google Drive using this. I think it's more intuitive doing it this way, and it's easier to organize your files. Okay, so I'm going to make a Google Doc now. And it gives you, I think, yeah, this is quite good. And let's say, for example, making a book. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I just hold down, held down the control button and use my mouse wheel to zoom in. And you can make different headers or give it a title header or H1 or H2. Let's say, for example, let's call it my second book. I don't know, or call it whatever you want. And you can, this is something that's very useful. For example, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and I'm going to show you quickly how to make how to organize this here. So for example, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and we can create, and then you can go down to normal text if you want it normal text. And this is something I do all the time. I create these table of contents, and it makes it organize much easier for me. So subtopic A, and I just wanted to show you this here. I think this is, if you are actually writing a book, this is a great way to do it, in my opinion. And then we can update the table of contents by clicking on that. Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't have this as an H2. So this is anyway how you can make a, if you organize it with the hierarchy, like H1 and then below that is H2 and so on, I think this is a great way to do it. And then we can upload images, we can create images, we can add a table, a drawing, a chart, and so on. But I'm going to upload an image from one of the images I already showed you. Okay, so this was an image of a panda, and you can resize it by, like that, using your mouse to resize it. I think this is a great way to make a book, and then of course you can have all your text here like that. So Google Docs honestly is one of my preferred ways to do things, and I use this on a daily basis. The other one I use is called OnlyOffice, and I've made a video about this. OnlyOffice. OnlyOffice is an open source alternative to Google Docs and Google Google Drive, but I think Google Docs is quite good. And then you can give the file example. So you can give that the file name, example document, for example. And another amazing thing that's happened recently is they've added tabs. So actually, it's basically like having a separate document. So I think this is so cool. So we can actually, you can, instead of making a whole new file like that, we have tabs. And on the left side here, you can go like that. And if you make a new tab, it's basically like a whole new document. And that's super cool, in my opinion. Okay, and then of course we can do things like change the font color. We can change the font size like this, and so on. And it's really very useful. Okay, and now something to make it more useful is you can download it, all these different file types. I'm going to show you, I'm going to download it as a Microsoft Word document and the PDF, and I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so this is the document. Notice that I'm, oh, sorry. Yes, this is the document. Notice that I'm not using Microsoft Word, I'm using LibreOffice. But it does render pretty well, and it still looks good in LibreOffice. And then this is the PDF, the rendered PDF, and I think it looks good. So you can make, so you can download it as many different types of files, and occasionally I'll download files as Markdown. It's very, very useful. Okay, so I could make an entire video on just this, docs, but now I want to demonstrate spreadsheets. So I'm going to close this here. And now what I want to do is I'm going to show you how to make an example spreadsheet. So again, you're just going to do like this. Click on Google Sheets and it'll make a new sheet. And I'm going to X out of this for now. My example spreadsheet. So there's no data here. I'm going to add some data. Okay, so I just added some data, and this basically is just some data about their name, their career, their yearly salary, gender, age, and age group. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the formatting, and that's with Control backslash. And then I'm going to auto adjust the, I just did a Control Z. If you select all and then click on one of the edges like that, it will auto adjust the width for the columns. And that's very useful. And then for example, if I select a row, I can type Control B and give it bold. So those are the headers. And we can do very useful things like sort the data. For example, we can do data, sort range, and then let's sort by the yearly salary from highest to lowest. So this is the person with the highest salary, person with the two people with the lowest salary. Okay, so that's sorting. And then there's many other things you can do. You can do filtering. I'm not going to show you that as I don't have enough time, but we can do things like this. We can say mean, average, salary. I'd say median, average, salary. I'd say mode, salary. So we can do these functions like this. For example, we can do average, the function average. We can do C2 to C18. That'll give the average. Okay, and often the if there are outliers, like this person is kind of an outlier, then sometimes median is better to use. So the median salary is 80,000, and that's more representative, I think. And then the mode salary, we can say mode C2 to C18. And we've also got minimum and maximum. Let's say min, it should be 30,000, but just to show the point. And then max, it should be the one at the top. Okay, great. And then we've got so many things we can do. We have the Google Translate, Google Finance functions, and I've made videos on both of these before. And I've also made a video on AI. For example, summarize this career into Mandarin Chinese. We can do B2. And actually, this might not work because I used a different, okay. AI function is not available. I had another account where it was available. So hopefully the AI function will come out to almost everyone soon. So anyway, but there's a lot of different functions you can use, and Google Sheets is incredibly useful. And then we can also have new sheets. On the bottom here, we can have basically a whole new spreadsheet, and then you can download it as a CSV file, like that, TSV, PDF, HTML, and so on. This is an Excel file, and you can share it. So it's incredibly useful, and I use Google Sheets all the time. Okay, now what I want to do is show you how now to make a presentation or Google Slides. So you can go here, and as I showed you before, you can go to docs.google.com, and you can choose slides there, but I'm just going to do it here. So from Google Drive, you can just right-click and go to Google Slides and make yourself a new slide. You can call it My Presentation. And so let's say, for example, I want to call it a presentation on Google Analytics, and you can go to, there's this button here, make a new slide, and there should be also new, you can also go to Insert New Slide or type Control M. Learning about visualization. Let's say learning about machine learning. I'd say add one more. Let's say learning about Python. Okay, these are all topics in analytics. Learning about SQL. And if you want to move them around, okay, you can learn about Python and then learn about SQL and then learn about data visualization and machine learning and AI and all these. So it's very, very useful. And here you can also have themes. So there's themes and there's templates and more. I don't have enough time to show you that, but here we can do theme. So here there's a different theme. So you can play around with it, and it is incredibly useful. And this is kind of like a free alternative to Microsoft PowerPoint, and I think it's very useful. And you can download it as a Microsoft PowerPoint file or PDF or any of these other things. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a demo of Google Drive and Google Docs. It's a very great way to do things online. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked, please subscribe to or follow my channel, and see you in the next one. Thank you.